Hates Black Men. I am your host, Edward Anderson. You all know I'm real kind of critical on channels to promote because a lot of these people be out here playing. Like, let's just call it what it is. But that especially since I'm like kind of on the hiatus and stuff like that. That dude for called the Dumper that I shared, and I'll share probably another one of his videos. Make sure y'all subscribe to him because he be doing really good content. And if y'all like kind of the stuff that I do, then y'all like kind of the stuff that he does. So make sure y'all go over there and check him out, especially if y'all kind of want to get this real stuff. He definitely has a lot of very field experience that highlights a lot of the stuff that he's talking about. So a lot of y'all that kind of like my stuff, he's kind of like a combination of me and Grinch. So with he's his own person, but you get what I'm saying. Like on the ground, stuff he's speaking on. So definitely hit him up. So there's that. But what I wanted to talk to, yeah, this is gonna be like maybe 20 minutes. This will be a 20-minute video, so keep that in mind. What I wanted to kind of speak on is a video I just shared, and Anton did this video, and it's called "I'm Homeless. I'm Going Homeless. Don't want to give up my child to her father." And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because BGS did a video a couple of days ago, and you all should obviously check that out. He did a video a couple of days ago, and he the Detroit Frozen thing. Shout out to Christian. Obviously, Anton is out of Detroit. Shout out to Bernard. Shout out to the Detroit folks. Shout out to Detroit 313. And basically, we were commenting on that unfortunate tragedy of the chick that froze to death, the kids that froze to death, because they didn't have to go through that, and they really did not have to go through that. And I was gonna title this "This is why Black women are bad mothers," but we just gonna jump right in it. So because I'm kind of doing something, I'm kind of multitasking. So we're gonna jump right in it. So here's the thing, man. So this title I'm looking at with Anton talking about, I'm going homeless, but I don't want to give up the child. This is why I'm just gonna keep it real because this ain't gonna be monetized. And shout out to everybody that's I'm definitely gonna try to go live more and not just be completely on radio silent. But I'm probably gonna go live versus doing video uploads because I'm kind of doing something that the time that it takes me to do video uploads, I'm not gonna be able to sit down and actually do video uploads like that. But y'all like the lives anyway, so that's all good. First things first, man. Or I may do them tunes to tube style, and I'm thinking about it because I can definitely do videos tunes to tube style and kind of upload it. So yeah, I may do that. But first things first. This is why DCFS be in black women's ass. DCFS was Department of Child Services. That's a Chicago version, but every zone has their own version. Used to be all up in black women's ass because here's the thing. A lot of black females have kids for extremely, I say extremely, selfish, insecure, childish reasons. And what happens is when that shit bites them in the ass, and they get that fucking wake up call, and they realize they really don't want to be a mom because most of these chicks are maturing at very, very, very late stages of the game. Appreciate Eric Burr. Appreciate Landon for the $2 cash out he gave me earlier. Yesterday. I see that they're maturing at late stages of the game. Like a lot of these chicks are maturing hella late. This culture of delayed adulthood. She's just a baby. It's a whole environment that basically supports these bitches being on what they're on, right? And the reality of the situation is that a lot of black women are bad mothers. And that's something that like black men don't want to say because you all are too bitch made. You all are too bitch made to protect this environment for the kids. The environment, these women take a back seat to these kids. And a lot of black men because they can't really reconcile that. They have this thing because that they see as anything that gets you away from the pussy is taboo. So anything that makes black women mad is taboo. And it's not just like sex, it's also emotional, satisfaction from black women. This kind of this is why black women say your mama black, because a lot of black women think they outrank you like your mama. They really believe that, which is one of the reasons why I've always said you have to make peace with your mom and conquer your mom, like how you feel and act with your mom, and not be a slave to that, which is code for cutting an biblical cord before you can really deal with these females. Because if you cut the biblical cord on the female end, there ain't really nothing that bitch can say to you. A regular female can say to you. But a lot of dudes don't understand that. So they have this emotional reaction. That's why, like, years ago, Platinum was trying to call me gay. Like, he said that like he sneezed. That's literally how he said it when I said that. Because that was a concept that was just so foreign to him that he literally had, this is a real nigga, mind you, he had, and shout out to Platinum, but he had like an emotional reaction to the point where he didn't even understand why he had that reaction. Like, I'm gay because I'm telling you, you need to check your mom. That's the crazy part, right? All right, got that squared away. So that's what these folks are on, and it is what it is, man. But you need to understand that's what you're dealing with. But going back to the topic, so you got this video Anton's doing. The thumbnail is saying, I want y'all gotta understand. This is a female that basically got on social media and put her business out here. This is a female that basically said, I'm going to get on social media. I'm going to get on TikTok or YouTube, whatever, right? I'm going to click live. Like, it takes me, when I go live on this phone, I have to pull up the YouTube app. I have to unlock my phone, pull up the YouTube app, click the plus thing. That's 3 steps right there. Then click one more button, like kind of like for the settings, and then go live. That's like 5 steps. This is not something that you just accidentally do. It's not something now it is, you can go kind of live if you play with your phone with Instagram a little easier, but this is not something you just accidentally do. You are making a conscientious decision to go live on this phone and put your business out. Rather than get therapy with a bitch, because this is some shit you should be telling your therapist, which, let's keep it real, they're just gonna tell you what the fuck you want to hear, because most of these fucking therapists are useless, especially black ones. But that's another video. They're going to sit here, you go live, and then you basically decide to tell the world, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're telling the world because you want the world to tell you that you're not wrong. That you're not bad, that you're not a bad mother. You're not a bad mother. You're not a bad person. You want this is the phone. Social media is mirror on the wall to these bitches. Social media is mirror on the wall to these women. It is mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? And they look for likes. I gotta make that an AI. And then they look for the mirror, aka social media. That's a whole nother video on it itself. I need to write that shit down. One of y'all put that in the comment section. The mirror on the wall and remind me. And this is what they do. And they sit here and then they get upset, or they lock up their social media, go private when they start getting roasted. Because especially when women do it, it must be bad, because they can't run to misogyny. They can only play the pick me game so much. And if it's too many women, they can't play that game. So they get stupid. Mirror on the wall. Am I bad? Who's the fair? You're the fairest. Well, I have a question. Am I bad for not wanting to give the child up to my baby's father? Well, no, you're not bad. I mean, sure, you let him bust in you, but he's bad because he's a man. Yeah, I thought so. That's what they do. And so understand, this is the fucking mentality that these bitches have when they say this stupid shit. And personally, I thank them, because they make our life a lot easier. Because they themselves prove to the world that we're right. And you would think that women would get wise on game and start really shaming these chicks and to stop putting your business out publicly. This is what Reddit is for. This is what Snapchat is for. This is what TikTok lives are for. But these hoes are that desperate for attention, they can't help it. It is a mental condition. So anyway, we get to this Anton comments on video. I don't care about Anton commentary. That's not what this is for. But check out the original video where Anton did it. I shared the video in my community tab. And what this shows is, dude, the women, I do this video because the women wanted to come at that dude and say he's a bad man because of what she did. Because what happened with that Detroit situation for the child care. He should have knew what was going on with his kids. But this is a woman that's admitting that she's going homeless, but she doesn't want to give it to her father. She would not say that if her if the father of her kids was not capable of taking care of the child. This means these bitches are lying to these men. And dudes don't want to be up in black females' business because what these bitches always say, he's controlling. I'm not even with him like that. And look at all the stuff he's doing. Like this stupid, goofy ass shit. And we assume that you all are going to be fucking adults and not liars and not be out here fucking lying your asses off to protect your fucking look good. Because again, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the bald baddest bitch of them all? You know, and you all are playing games with other females like you all are all not out here really not doing that great. Because every black female gotta be a boss bae or she's not doing enough. You know, more of you motherfuckers working retail and working Walmart. A lot of the older bitches work in the public sector. Usually those are females in their 30s and up, mid 30s and up. And because and Lord knows they're trying to get rid of those jobs. Right? And so at the end of the day, man, and make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. And so at the end of the day, you know, you got these chicks, and I knew it. I like for a chick to outwardly say that is amazing to me. But I said this when I was doing my live coverage of that these chicks and all of that, because a lot of them be black women. So this is like black women on other black women. The government has low key decided. This is why you see these chicks in these situations where they be starving and stuff, because DCFS don't be on these chicks' ass like they used to be. And so now you have truancy problems, especially, you know, one person that feeds me information was talking about post-COVID. You got a lot of kids that have like fell through the cracks because a lot of these parents don't be putting their kids back in school. They be dealing with dick. They still want to, they never want to give up the kids for adoption because once you give, BGS is talking about this, once you give up a kid for adoption, you're a bad mom. So, and that's like the worst thing that a black woman could be labeled. A black woman would rather be labeled a whore, a slut, this is gonna sound extreme, but this is true. Black women would rather it be known that they fuck their cousins, their first cousins, and have a baby with their first cousins than be known as a woman that abandoned their child. That is literally how deep-seated it is. I'll share the video. I'll refer to BJ's video as to the whys behind that. But that is how mentally deranged and deep-seated. These women, y'all said I was extreme when I used to say this. These black women would rather see their children in a fucking box 6 feet under and just a memory that they don't have to deal with, that they can create their own fantasy as far as what they try to do, or they can play that I did the best I could. They would rather do that than those kids be living and not under their care, because that is a living reminder that they are a failure as a mom. Because most of these black females, single motherhood, without motherhood, bitch, you ain't worth the air you breathe. This is how they think. And there's a whole, and this is what men don't really understand, because men cannot reconcile, a lot of black men cannot reconcile that. So when we look at, you know, dudes, because a lot of these dudes do want their kids. That's one thing that black men gotta start nutting up for, even men that don't have kids, and start saying that these chicks have to prove, just because these chicks birth these kids don't mean these chicks are the ones to raise them. Because we pay a hidden tax, in society over time with all these women creating all these bastards, especially in the black community. So this chick saying is like, I want you to understand how significant it is that she actually verbalizes shit. She actually verbalizes shit where you can see her face that, I don't think I want to give it to my child, the baby to my child's father. Why? She doesn't have a reason. It's just ego and pride. She'd rather be homeless. And I'm going to keep it fucking real. There should be a law that, bitch, if you are homeless for longer than if we can prove you're homeless for longer than 14 calendar days, and those kids and Department of Human Services or DCFS isn't notified, or somebody or your family is, or arrangements are not made for those kids to be in with your family. And I mean official arrangements for official documentation, not no you call them just to try to act like you did. And mainly the father isn't notified, and you, not the father, you, because you're the custodial parent. It is not the burden of the non-custodial parent. It is the burden of the custodial parent. Unfortunately, that's the price of you having freedom and people not being in your business. If you cannot prove that you made arrangements to the non-custodial parent for those kids to be there, bitch, you need to be in jail. Bitch, you need to be in jail, and that shit should be considered a rape charge. You should be put in jail, and you should be on a list that fucks up your ability to get employment. And if those kids got to go to foster care, those kids got to go to the dad, then so be it. Seriously. People, see, I used to jump on Kamala Harris for truancy, but truth be told, I don't know if I would have been against that. The truth, I used to say that because black women are caping for a chick that basically was never really down for them, which is why I brought that up. But I don't know if I probably wouldn't even be against that, real talk. I don't know if I would be against that, real talk. Because the truth is, a lot of these chicks, and again, with that dumper video channel, check out that Ways You Know She's a Bop. That's like a classic. That's a classic right there. That is a classic. Transferring some of this goofy stuff. But yeah, dead ass. Like that shit, like that, it needs to be very clearly communicated. If you all are not doing this, like not 30 days, it should be those kids. It should be a law saying this is not just for them Hispanics too, but anybody. If you all are playing games where it should be considered kidnapping when you're doing that. If you're gonna be the custodial parent, there is a responsibility and a higher standard because you chose that. These tender year doctrine bullshit, that needs to be reversed. It does. And most people don't even know about that. And so they want to say he's a bad father for not knowing what's going on. Motherfuckers don't be in their business like that. You don't be, we're not their police force. You assume that that's the mom, she's doing right by those kids. Dude is working. But they want to sit there and make him the bad because they want to cover up for the bitch. Nah, fuck all that. If you chicks are out here, playing with dick and not fulfilling your responsibility that you all are given extra rights to fulfill, then yeah, you need to be locked the fuck up. Straight like that. It's that fucking serious. Honestly, that parent, that woman that her kids died, she will walk away from that shit. They will look at her as a victim. That is negligence. That should be easy jail time. That should be easy 10 years. That is negligence. These bitches, whether they're black or white, leaving their children, their babies in the car where they're dying, that is a post-birth abortion. I left him in the car and he suffocated. That is torture by asphyxiation. That is murder. And everybody just readily assumes that these women did an accident. It doesn't matter. Because if a man leaves a kid in a fucking car, he's going to fucking jail. The only thing we're negotiating with is how long is his ass going to be there. You know that's true if he's black. But that's even low-key true if he's white. These chicks are doing post-birth abortions. And here's the thing, even not even a law. What is the first thing these dudes do? Black men, man, she was a good mom. Dude, you should have your hand cut off for saying that shit. I knew dudes were cooked when you had dudes, like the mother of a dude's kid, saying she was a good mom, though. That's when I knew we have a mental illness. That dear mama syndrome is a mental fucking illness. I mean, god damn. It's like dudes need therapy. It's like, well, what else am I gonna say? Like, for real. Like, I would really like to interview that dude. Like, for real. But you really got dudes out here talking about females are good mothers, even though I accidentally killed him. It's not my fault. I accidentally killed a baby. And then they look at you like, it's like, yo, we don't let kids get away with shit like that. You don't believe me? What if a child said, I threw a brick. I was throwing bricks. Let's say you got an 8-year-old. I was throwing bricks, and it hit Trey, and it killed him. Trey died because I hit him with a brick, even though you know not to throw bricks. You're not about to. Oh, he didn't know. That's not how they're going. Even if it's a girl, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna come down on that shit. He didn't know. It is not that rhetoric. Oh, he has a mental issue. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. They're just like, wow, that's a wild fucking kid. That kid needs to be marked. That's what they do. But with women, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with our society that we have this thing where, like the fact a bitch can be brave enough to put her whole fucking face on social media, not looking like she's a crackhead or anything, and then say, you know what, I'm going homeless. First of all, saying she's going homeless, but I'm going homeless. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I would have given the baby to my baby's father. And then when somebody dies, now they're telling this narrative of, well, he wasn't around, because that's their go-to, and that's what people know they'll believe. So that's why they do that. That's why they always have that ready to be served the fuck up. Because they know people gonna believe that. Because they're gonna be like, if she's homeless, then that means a man didn't give her money. A man didn't give her enough money because apparently you're supposed to live this lavish lifestyle because you chose to have a man's baby. So basically you supposed to get treated like a wife even though you're not in that under that man's, control. You should be treated like a wife. That's fucking sick. And let's keep it real. A big reason why this shit happens to the extent that it's happened, I blame a lot of you black men. Because the truth is, a lot of you black men, y'all want to protect the idealism of a bitch rather than the reality of what the fuck we're dealing with, to the point where the children actually suffer whether you got kids or not because you want to protect your idea of what a bitch looks like. And that's on y'all. And that is a choice. No, I'm not doing laundry. Yeah, I'm about to be done with this video. I just wanted to go live real quick. Get that off my fucking chest. But yeah, that's some sick ass shit. And nobody talks about it. We're talking about it's this. Nah, man. It's called a bad mother. That's what that's called. That's called a bad mother. Anyway, let me see what y'all are saying before I head out. Shout out to JC the Conqueror. Shout out to Don Calypso. Damn, man, I didn't even have a chance to finish the replay. Eric Bird with the 250, much appreciated. Linda Lewis, good afternoon. How are you doing? Why are your screen black? Yeah, you can be blocked for asking dumbass questions because that's asking why my screen black and all that shit. Those are bot questions, and you will be removed. I don't know why the fuck would you even waste the fucking time asking that? Inspired somebody. Yeah, I've been noticed. I've been saying it. Like, for real. See, something like that, if a man did it, it would be politicized and blown up for everybody to see. Shout out Dirt Bite Juice. The phone is a mirror, pawn, or reflection. Convert. Older women will never allow younger ones to switch up. It's an aging population. Shout out to Anubis for the $3. Shout out to the Discord as well. I got a white homie right now. His baby mama told his son she's only taking care of him because it's her responsibility. Won't let my friend get full custody because she doesn't want to pay child support. Yeah, see, situations like that, see, I'm gonna keep it real, and it's on Victor. The thing is, when you're in a situation like that, that's where the kids got to speak the fuck up. If the kid really wants to go to the dad, then the kid needs to make it known that the kid needs to go to the dad. And you got to be sneaky about it, because you know how women is. Women will get emotional. Women will start punishing you. It'll be like tension in the house. But that's like one of those things where, like, you see they won't do that. And once she says that, if you got another parent to go to, it's kind of like, all right, I don't need to be here. Like, if you bold enough to say that, verbalize that, then I don't need to be here. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'd argue your life is in danger. But that's how evil these chicks are. And the answer, and the right answer is, well, why don't you let me go with dad? Because I don't want to pay child support. The reality is, how you know the father is going to put you on child support? I mean, if you want, you can get a verbal agreement that he won't go for that. But see, that's how bad these chicks, this is why when these chicks try to talk about they create life, the reality is these chicks drop babies. Like, understand that these chicks drop babies like the need to take a shit. These chicks are not divine because they have children. They have a need, just like how you have a need to bust a fucking nut. These bitches have a need to fucking ovulate and have kids. That's as far as it goes. I understand the value of it, but don't ever let a bitch try to frame it that way. Like, as if life doesn't get created without them. I'm like, bitch, we're 10 years, the artificial womb already exists. We're 10 years from that. So the reality is, situation is, y'all are not needed to create children. If we want to keep it all the way, if we want to keep it all the way in stack, y'all are not needed. So that womb shit, just like how we do everything else, is the only thing that can't really be duplicated is the sperm. But y'all eggs, it's just the eggs that are needed. So y'all need to, but they really believe that shit. Because remember, their entire environment was created by men. Women didn't invent most of this shit. And that includes the shit that's female specific. Let's be very real about that. Yeah, dude, it is. Like, and I, this idealism that dudes be wanting to protect, it's like you sacrifice the children to protect that. And that's that nice guy syndrome bullshit. That's all that is. That nice guy syndrome bullshit. And these niggas emotional, and bitches will say it's because they're socialized. I understand that. I don't give a fuck about that. It's like, well, he socialized and hit women. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to be like, well, that makes sense. No. They're going to be like, stop it. All right, y'all. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Make sure y'all, I know Mr. Z is live. Make sure y'all check out Mr. Z. And make sure y'all check out my community tab. Like I said, Discord as well. With that being said, this is Edward signing off.